The story goes something like this. Ducal palace in Mantua. Lords and ladies in grand costumes walk around amongst the music and the festivities. The Duke enters and sings of a life of pleasure, having as many women as possible, that he particularly enjoys cuckolding his courtiers. He has recently spotted an unknown beauty in church who he covets, as well as another, the Countess of Ceprano. Rigoletto, the Duke's hunchbacked court jester, mocks the married male guests, including Count Ceprano, advising the Duke to imprison, execute, or exile him. Rigoletto also mocks the courtiers present. Count Ceprano is irritated as the Duke laughs at him. Recent gossip said that Rigoletto, the court jester, also has a lover, which surprises the courtiers. The apparent lover is actually Rigoletto's daughter, someone who is trying to keep quiet and secret. The courtiers plot revenge on Rigoletto for mocking them. Elderly Count Monterone arrives with his daughter, someone the Duke has already seduced. Rigoletto needles Count Monterone that he's unable to avenge the loss of his daughter's honour. As Count Monterone confronts the Duke, he is promptly arrested. Monterone proceeds to curse each of them, the Duke for seducing his daughter, and Rigoletto for mocking him. A superstitious Rigoletto is terrified by the curse. Nighttime in a dead-end street, a small courtyard. Rigoletto is still consumed and disturbed by the old man's curse. He arrives at the house where he is hiding his daughter, Gilda. As the assassin, Sparafucile, offers his services, Rigoletto considers he may need to hire an assassin in the future. Rigoletto considers himself very much like Sparafucile. Whilst Sparafucile stabs men with his sword, Rigoletto stabs his victims with his tongue of malice. Rigoletto enters the house and warmly embraces his daughter, Gilda. Gilda does not know of her father's occupation. Rigoletto will only allow her to leave the house to attend church. Once Rigoletto leaves, the Duke arrives and overhears Gilda confessing that she fell in love with a young man she had met in church, who she would love more if he was a student and poor. The overjoyed Duke walks in on an alarmed Gilda, pretending to be a student. Introducing himself as Galtier Malde, the Duke professes of his love for Gilda. Love is the sunshine of the soul, but they exchange vows of love. He is sent away as Gilda thinks her father has returned, and Gilda thinks of her love. Rigoletto returns to find masked courtiers, still furious at him, who are gathered outside the walled garden. They believe the lady in the house is Rigoletto's mistress, Countess Ceprano. They plan to free her and deliver her to the Duke. Rigoletto joins the courtiers and asks for a mask also. Instead, he is blindfolded and holds the ladder steadily as the courtiers abduct Gilda and deliver her to the Duke. Rigoletto has unknowingly assisted the abduction of his daughter. He despairs as he realizes Gilda was abducted. The old man's curse had worked. Ducal Palace, Mantua. The Duke is concerned to hear that Gilda has disappeared. She was stolen from me. I seem to see tears. The courtiers arrive with Rigoletto's mistress, but they soon realize it is Gilda, and the Duke rushes to her. Rigoletto arrives singing, hiding his concerns while looking out for his daughter Gilda, who he fears has fallen into the clutches of the Duke. The courtiers quietly snigger at Rigoletto. The Duke's wife summons her husband, but he cannot be disturbed for now. Rigoletto is convinced that Gilda is with the Duke and openly admits that she is his daughter. He tearfully pleads with the courtiers to return Gilda to him, but they block his access. Later on, Gilda returns, and Rigoletto dispatches everyone so he can speak to her alone. Gilda describes what has happened, and Rigoletto tries to console her. While this is going on, Count Monterone is in prison, thinking his curse has had no effect. A furious Rigoletto, the dishonoured buffoon, now vows revenge on the Duke, but instead Gilda pleads for mercy for her lover. Nighttime, a tavern. Gilda and Rigoletto stand uneasily outside as Sparafucile, the assassin, sits in the tavern. They can hear the Duke's voice singing La donna è mobile, the woman is fickle. Sparafucile's sister, Maddalena, has lured the Duke to the tavern, and they flirt with each other. Gilda is devastated to see the Duke's infidelity, while Rigoletto is still plotting revenge. Rigoletto dispatches Gilda to Verona, dressed as a man, and later agrees a deal with assassin Sparafucile. The Duke retires to sleep in the upstairs room, while Sparafucile prepares to kill him in his sleep. Gilda, still madly in love with the Duke, returns dressed as a man. Maddalena pleads with Sparafucile to spare the Duke. Sparafucile, a man of his word, reluctantly relents, but only if an alternative victim can be found before midnight when he expects payment. Gilda decides to sacrifice herself to save the life of the Duke. Sparafucile stabs Gilda. Rigoletto returns at midnight to pay Sparafucile. Rigoletto collects the corpse wrapped in a sack and rejoices. As Rigoletto prepares to dump the body in the river, he hears the Duke singing in the distance La donna è mobile. A stunned Rigoletto opens the sack and holds the body of his dying daughter. Gilda dies, declaring she's glad to die for her beloved Duke, and a horrified Rigoletto remarks, "The curse." Click here to get even closer to Italy and Sicily.